Good morning, students. Here I am to begin this new poem called The Bees. You know the bee, no? Jenu Nona. Why this poet is interested in speaking about the bee? Is he interested in the bee? I don't think so. If the poet wants to make some identification of the some creatures and it applies to the human being, the writers always have that intention of doing something, giving some message from his few writings. Before going to this poem, I would like to speak about the author, who is the great English poet. Name is called William Shakespeare. Most of the important thing of William Shakespeare, he was a Christian guy, he was a Roman Catholic, born on the April 23rd in 1564 and dies also on the same day of April 23rd 1616. And this is very interesting. The day he was born, the day he died. It means very important something is taking place in his life. In his life living, when he was alive, he was the man who was brought for the revolution for the English, for the British. And so that he had the open the school also called English Renaissance. There was a confusion of the English, and this is the man who makes and gives the base for the English. And among all the English we have, because I have studied the optional English in my MA, and that is what is called the high difficult English, very high grammar in English. And during those days when there was a confusion, William Shakespeare, on who was supporting this English and making that as a school of English Renaissance. Okay, let us speak about the author itself, the poet itself. He was renowned English poet, playwright, and actor. He had played, he had acted in many movies. He was a prolific writer. Straight to the point, he is called as a prolific writer during the Elizabethan and the Jacobean age of the British theatre. The time of his life, there was King Elizabeth, and there was a great society is called the Jacobites in the in Christian era, in the Christian time. Jacobites are the most famous of the group of the English people, the Roman Catholics. There was the people who dedicated themselves for a god, Jacobites, and that is what the time of the problem of the English there, because the other foreign languages, Dutch, French, was influencing this English, and so that we know original of a language are coming from the Latin and Greek, and where there is a English is involved, and so that he was fighting about that. Okay, he was a poet of the English Renaissance or the early modern period. It is the early modern, it is not modern, before the modern period. He was the English Renaissance of the early modern period. His profession, what he was doing, he was writing the poet. He was acting in the drama, he is a dramatist and wrote a lot of dramas also, and he himself was acted in the movies, in the drama, and he wrote many stories and essays. Works of writing, his works: King Lear, Macbeth, and the Winters. And on his name, they have opened the school. It's called the English Renaissance, and this is what the typical of William Shakespeare is, that I have already spoken to you. He born on the April 23rd and dies on April 23rd. Only the year is the difference. But the date is same. He dies. Now let us see. Summary is not so big. The very short summary, that is the short poem also. Okay. Just I will read the summary and I will read the poem continuously. Let me do the things together. The Beast summary in English. William Shakespeare in his poem describes from bees about the origination of society. Identifying the bee, he brings out the idea of the originate of the society, because bees always come together to make honey, and that is the core. One bee cannot make a honey, so that the group of a unity of the bees makes that honey too. Yeah. Bees are wonderful creatures. God has made these bees as a wonderful. The honey bee colony believed to be the most widely studied creatures after man. According to the idea, after man, the very studiable bee is that, he says, the honey bee. It organizes itself into a super efficient society. It is a capable society it needs. If you see, if you throw a one stone to a honey hive, you see, every one will come to attack. Is it? Have you experienced this? Throwing the stone to a honey hive, and you see what is the effect? Everyone comes to attack you. In his poem on the outline, the different role the bees play within the honey bee colony. And in this poem he speaks, everyone has the play to play. The different kind of bees, they have a different way of playing the role here. And the same thing about the society. Same thing in the family. We have a different member of the society. We have everyone have a different play to play in our life, in our family. Father has the authority over the family. Mother has the caretaking. Children have to give the perfume to this family, or to give a colorful, give a meaning to the family. Children are there. Okay, so that it is through everybody working together, this becomes one family. If the husband is one side, wife is one side, father is one side, mother is one side, the children are one side, that is not called as a family. It is the unity. The main criteria of this is the unity. Same thing. Bees are coming together, can make a honey. That is what the Shakespeare wants here. As an example of the well-ordered society, the poem describes the hierarchy, the different stage from the top to the down. For example, we have in our organization of the law and this, we have the High Court. Before that, we have the Supreme Court. See, we have a Taluk Court, District Court, Taluk Court, and there is a Village Court. Same thing, we have a Prime Minister, and every state we have a ministers, chief ministers. No, below them there are MLAs. Below them there are municipality members. See, everywhere we have this hierarchy. Tata, sorry, Mutata, Tata, Tande, Maga, Mommoklu. See, we have this hierarchy. Understood? So, this is of distribution of the work in the process of making honey. There are different bees that carry on the work. They have a king and other officers' bees to monitor their work. King is there, king bee. He will not go anywhere. He is the laziest. Simply sitting there, just observing. He is like a CC camera in our school, just simply sitting in the corner and observing what other people are doing. Observation, under the observation. Say that they write. You are under the observation of a CC camera. This is like a big eye over you. Same thing here. The king is sitting there and he is under the monitor their work. Some bees take up the task of vending honey, going and search of a honey vendor, go around. Some guard the hive, some remain there inside the hive. Everybody will not go. See? Some bees like up the task of vending honey. Some guard the hive as like that of the masons. But there is one bee that does not take up any work, that is called the drone. It is a lazy bee. Here there is one more bee that is named here drone, Rani. Understood? Even this king bee sitting there, but he is moderating, he is working, looking at everybody, they are playing or not. He is the administrator like that. Okay, but one is there simply sitting and doing nothing, is called a drone, Rani. Till that, because that is what the work of it. To everybody, to protect this drone, they are collecting this. When it was disturbed, everybody goes to attack. Okay, this is the summary of the poem. Let me read the poem to you and check. So work the honey bees, creatures that by rule in nature teach the art of order to a peopled kingdom. They have a king and officers of a sorts. It is like a society. As exactly like bees, we have also as a society. They have order in to the people in the kingdom. They have a king and the other officers to look after the affairs. Where some like a magistrates correct at home, others like the merchants going round, venture, trade and abroad. See? Others like the soldiers armed in their stings, safeguarding the people. They are the soldiers. Make a boot upon the summer's velvet birds. Boot. Go and attack, boot. And to take out the nectar, which pledges they will marry, mirth bring home. Sweet, marry mirth. Mirth is the sweet liquid. Okay, marry the sweet, happy. So that they call her Merry Christmas, Happy Christmas, or a sweet Christmas, joyful Christmas. That is what is given to the tent royal of their emperor. Who is the king? Who is the tent royal, sitting quietly as the emperor, as the king, who used in his majesty survives. The singing masons building roofs of gold, the civil citizens kneading up the honey, the poor mechanic porters crowding in, their heavy burdens at his narrow gate. The sad-eyed justice, which is surely delivering over to executes pale the lazy yawning drone. Executors pale, delivering over the, looking after over the lazy yawning, yawn. ಆಕಳಿಕೆ ತೆಗೆಯೋದು, because they want to sleep all the time. That is called the drone, lazy. What the lazy people always they say, they make a sound of this kind of a yawning. You see in the classes, if they are bored of, they are doing nothing, what they do? They yawn it, they sleep. And that is what it is. So what is the ultimate end of? To look after this lazy bee which is the drone. So in the society also we have this work of doing the things for the others. Everybody is busy, but some will be the laziest among all. And this is how the poet ends. Tomorrow we'll see you, give you the question answer on this.